Hey everyone, it is your professor, and I want to make sure that you have a plan to get to work in 2024. So let me see if I can help you with that, because I know a lot of you are out there looking for IT jobs. You got to have a plan in order to make things work. These things don't just fall into your laps. A lot of times you have to go ahead and work for it. So what can we do for 2024? To get a job. To get a job is means a lot of things. Obviously, it means money. It means getting the job of your dreams. It means having the friends and maybe the spouse that you always wanted. A lot of times that starts with getting a job, getting out of your parents' house if that's the case. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of people are staying in their parents' house a lot longer because rent is very high. And so I totally understand. When some people are in their late 20s and their early 30s, they're still end up having to live with family. So we got to get a job. In order to do that, we got to get educated. But you may say, hey, I'm already educated. I have all this debt. Hang in there. I'm going to help you on in a little bit. But in order to get educated, you need a degree. Now, this could be a 2-year degree from a community college. It could be a 4-year degree from college or university, or maybe even your master's degree. But you need to get a degree if you want to go far in IT. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to have a degree to get into IT. You could get this degree after you go ahead and start maybe your help desk job, something like that. Maybe the company that you're working for will even help pay for it. But ultimately, if you want to make those 6 figures, then you're going to need a degree. There was a time in the 1990s you didn't need a degree because degrees in IT didn't exist, but they exist now. So you need to get some sort of a degree. Now, besides just a degree, certifications. You did not need certifications a long time ago because there weren't really that many around. The A+ was one of the first ones that came out along with the Microsoft MCPs. But now there's a lot of different certifications. And when you go to, say, LinkedIn.com or Indeed.com or some one of these sites, you can type in the name of the job you want and then look and see what certifications, what type of requirements. Are they looking for 2 or 4-year degrees, what type of experience and things like that. And you'll know what certifications to get. A lot of times you'll see HR departments in these companies say, oh, we need 20 years experience to do a help desk job. They don't really mean that. What they mean is that they'll take the most experienced person they can find that also has a decent personality and some understanding of the skills that are needed for that job. So don't be discouraged just because it says you need many, many years of experience for an entry-level job. That's totally expected of HR because that's just the way they are. Now, you can also get training from online. So you can get it from LinkedIn Learning, you can get it from Pluralsight, you can get it from a lot of different places, and a lot of times you can get that for free. And how you can do that is if you already have a job, maybe you're looking for a better job, you can see if your company already has a subscription to some of these different training sites. There's lots of different training sites out there. Also, you can go to your library. A lot of libraries have subscriptions to LinkedIn Learning already. You just need a library card, log in with your library card information, and you can go ahead and start watching online training. Online training is important for a couple of different things. Let's say you already have your degree or not, it doesn't matter. What online training will do is it will help you get through the interview process. So if you're going for a job, say maybe cloud engineer in Azure, well, you can go and watch a couple of hours of online training in the area that you're trying to get a job, and now you'll have a lot better information when someone goes to interview. I think that's one of the easiest ways to get over one of these interviews, get over the nervousness about being interviewed, because you can get all that information in a very short amount of time. Sure, it's not an industry certification. There are certificates that come at the end of a lot of these, which you can also put on your resume. And when you go to college, by the way, a lot of them have certificates as well for, say, Windows Server or Linux servers or things like that. All those different types of certificates you can put on your resume. They all definitely help. Of course, industry certifications are going to hold the most weight, and they're going to be the ones that are listed inside any type of help wanted. However, it's great to have as many different certificates as you possibly can, because it shows employers that you're really trying hard to meet the needs that organization has. So, what's the key to getting a job? Network. Now, I'm not talking about IP networking. I'm talking about networking with people. Now, if you're going to school, this is super easy. You network with people from school. You get to know people from school. And these people are most likely going to be ones you get a job. I remember when I was in school, I went to multiple different schools over the years, and I was amazed at how many people I hired and how many people hired me just out of school. This is one of the things, because that's important, because these people trust you. They sat next to you. They talked with you. They got to know you. So networking with people from school is a great way to do that. Now, if you're not in school, or let's say you just forgot to network with people from school, you can find a vendor group and network with them. So let's say you're in a medium to large size city. You can find Microsoft vendor groups. You can find vendor groups for various different types of firewalls and switches. There's Cisco vendor groups. There's Palo Alto vendor groups. There's all different types of groups. They usually meet once a month or once a quarter. Be a member of multiple different ones. And when you go there, tell the people, network with the people after the meeting's over and say, hey, look, I have this kind of experience. I have these certifications, or I have this knowledge, and I'm trying to find a job. Does anybody have, jobs? And a lot of times you're going to find people who know somebody who needs a job with the skills that you have. And it's not as good as, say, networking with people from school, because those people sat with you for an entire term or semester. But it's still good, because you're going to be meeting with these people once a month. They're going to get to know you and eventually get to trust you, and they can make a recommendation to bring you into their company or their friend's company. Contact old friends and acquaintances. There are people you grew up with. There are people that your parents know. All these people are either friends or acquaintances, and all you need to do is start telling them, hey, I'm looking for this type of job. Somebody's going to know somebody who needs your type of skills. So don't be afraid to contact old friends and acquaintances. Go on Facebook and say, hey, I just got this new skill and I'm looking for a job in IT. Does anybody know anybody out there who has the need for this kind of thing? And you'll be shocked at how fast it is. You'll get some sort of an interview based on people that you know, because strangers don't know you. This is one of the toughest ways to get a job, is to send resumes, hundreds of resumes through LinkedIn or Indeed or other sites. You may get a first interview after you send off several hundred of these. And you may even get a second interview, but you still might get passed over, because you got passed over because somebody in HR or somebody in the IT department knew somebody who had that skill. And even though you have the same skill, they're going to pick that person they know, because knowing someone is typically, builds that trust that you need in order to get that job. Any place that you go to work, find out. I'll bet you'll find a lot of people that got their jobs because they knew somebody within the company. And that's the kind of thing you're going to need. You're going to need to network with people. So to summarize, for 2024, have a plan. Stick to that plan. Get out of bed and stop doom scrolling. I know you get this dopamine release when you're scrolling through Instagram and TikTok videos and YouTube videos and stuff like that. I totally get it. I've fallen into it myself. But get out of bed and stop the doom scrolling. You can doom scroll after you get your job and after you get your certifications and you finally get a chance to have some downtime. But right now, you're looking for a job. You're looking for a way to start your career, to make your dreams come true. And, being in bed and doom scrolling or just watching TV all the time or whatever it is not going to get you that job. Have a plan and stick to it. You will be successful. I totally know being down on yourself, not feeling that you really are someone who's ready to be working. You have imposter syndrome or something like that. I totally get that. Hey, I got started in this industry at one point as well, and I didn't know if I could make it either. But trust me, you will be successful if you have a plan and you stick to your plan. Keep saying it and living it. When you go to talk to people, say, hey, I'm going to school to be this, or I'm getting a certification to be that, or I'm learning to do this so I can get a job in this area. Keep telling people that, and eventually people will respond and they will bring you in. I want to wish you good luck in this new year. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments section. I'll try to respond to them for you and help you get going. So good luck.